Hello, how's everybody? This is Maria de Almeida, psychoanalyst from Escuela Grupo Cero. I'm based in London, so whoever wants some therapy, here I am. Although we can do it online, you can be based anywhere. I hope my Spanish audience is happy because I have managed to edit some subtitles. Thank you to those who helped me do so. So, this is the third video of a series of videos in which I'm trying to explain the theory of psychoanalysis for whoever is interested in the topic. I think it can be useful for everybody, or maybe because you are thinking of having some therapy and you want to have some information before. As a quick recap, in the previous videos, we saw that the only way to access reality is the unconscious, and in order to access the unconscious, we need the interpretation of a psychoanalyst. In this video, I'm going to try to explain why psychoanalysis cures, even when it's not its objective. Psychoanalysis uses no medication. It focuses on the speech of the patient as a method of obtaining knowledge. The patient in the session has to associate freely, without censorship, without thinking, oh, this is very stupid, why should I waste my time saying this, I am ashamed of saying that. No, you have to speak your mind, whatever you have in your mind. The human being is social. Words, our speech, is what helps us to connect with others and develop ourselves. Healing is related with this exchange of saying what we don't know. Freud realized that in our manifest speech, there is a latent message. That latent message is what we need to build with our free association, and then the psychoanalyst will build our unconscious, interpreting our free association. However, just in case you doubt it, not just because we talk, we are going to heal. Is free association in transference. Our speech is the result of an unconscious work. This means that the energy initially linked to desires has been transferred to insignificant representations. This is exactly what happens in dreams, what happens in symptoms. And I know that now you are a bit lost, so I promise I will explain you this in my next video. For now, please make the effort to try to understand that the interpretation in transference allows to undo this unconscious work to interpret the desire behind our manifest speech. Again, I know this is very complex, but you need to be able to keep listening without understanding everything. All the concepts in the theory are intertwined, so they explain to each other. Let's try to make an effort and go even farther. Before Freud used this method of the interpretation construction with free association in transference, he was working with Joseph Roger, and they were using the cathartic method and hypnosis. This method consisted in hypnotizing their hysterical patients to make them to talk about traumatic events. At that time, they thought that because their patients were talking about their traumatic events, they will heal. However, Freud realized that that was not the case. They were not healing because they were talking about a traumatic event. They were healing because of the move of energies. That is why he stopped using hypnosis and the cathartic method and began to use the method of interpretation using free association in transference. Why do I put so much accent in this transference thing? Because transference is in reality what allows a patient to cure. What is transference? Transference is what happened in the session between the patient and the psychoanalyst. It is unconscious, and it's what allows that the issues that the patient experiences in his professional, in his personal life are reproduced in the session, so that the psychoanalyst can interpret them. However, with the interpretation, the patient is not cured yet. At that point, the psychoanalyst still needs to give him the tools to transform a life that made him suffer, that made him fail, that made him unhappy, that made him sick. I know this is very complex and you might have so many questions, so please go ahead and ask me. In the next video, I will explain the interpretation of the dreams as an example of all the unconscious process. And I have taken your feedback, so I will send some notes with the concepts after the video. Thank you. Bye.